So who in this room, by a show of hands, would like to get the absolute most they can get from Social Security? So our group has done this presentation well over 200 times, and it's unanimous. Everybody raises their hand. Right? So what percentage of Americans would you guess file with the correct strategy based on their life expectancy, and they get the most that they could possibly get? What do you guys think? 50%. What do we got? 40, 20? It's 4%. 4% of America gets this thing right. Everybody's going for it, but only 4% are actually getting it right. So what do you guys think is happening there? Why do you think everybody's going for this thing and only 4% are actually getting it right? What do you think? It's confusing. I'm sorry? Filing, yeah, too early, possibly the wrong strategy, right? Typically, information, a lot of people need some information. All good answers. But let's just kind of start out with how many different ways is there to file, right? So who in this room knows what's the earliest age someone can file? 62, right? And for most people in this room, what's your full retirement age? 66, 67, kind of depending on your birthday, right? And then what's the latest age someone can file? 70. Okay, so there's 3. So let me get a couple guesses here. Total combinations, whenever you go to file, how many different options do you think you have? Okay, total combinations, what do you guys think? Give me a number. 28. It's over 500 different combinations. 500 different combinations. Yep, when you considered married, single, divorced, widowed, early reductions, delayed credits, right? It's over 500 different combinations. So it's complicated, right? It's not an easy decision. It should probably be a decision you should do after doing some math, running some different scenarios to figure out when your optimal age is, right? But usually it just kind of comes down to having the best information to make the best decision possible, right? So whenever I'm talking to people about Social Security, where do you think I find that most people get their information from? What do y'all think? Internet, yeah. Websites, sure. Friends, family, maybe Joe at the golf shop, right? So let me ask you a question. If only 4% of America is getting this thing right, what do you think the chances are they got it right? It's possible, right? It's possible. But even if they did, even if they nailed that decision, does that mean that their family structure, their timeline, all their retirement puzzle pieces is the same for you and your family? No, not right. So it's complicated, right? Has anybody in here had any experience with the Social Security Administration? Anybody? It's kind of like calling a big, customer service company. Sometimes you get a really good person. They're really helpful, add some value.